Dave, do you think a games level female could make it through buds and SQT? So there, even recently, I was just told there was a female who was going through buds, basic underwater demolition SEAL training. It's the selection to become a SEAL. I think if they probably, I don't know if I can't say that any of the games female athletes would make it through buds because it's such a mental challenge and it's such a mental test that I don't know them well enough, most of them well enough to know if they have the mental strength to make it through, not because they're female, but just because of the individual. And what I mean by that is I'd say the same thing for a lot of the dudes. I think a lot of the dudes wouldn't make it through. A lot of the games male athletes wouldn't make it through buds. Is there some that would? For sure. Physically, I think the women in the games, those female athletes, are obviously more physically prepared to go through that than a lot of other non-high level CrossFit females would be, obviously, because they're the fittest people in the world. Arguably, I mean, not even arguably, they're all way fitter than I was when I went through buds. Tia can run way faster than I was running. I didn't have the type of strength she has.
Yeah, duh.
When I was 18, 19, going through the training, I couldn't do half the things they did. But again, so
1/3.
Sure. But it's not a test. It's not a physical test. It's a mental test. So that part I can't speak to. So physically, I think they're totally capable of it, but that's not what buds tests for.
I think what Dave thought is this is a completely stupid question, even though I don't think it's stupid. I'm just telling you what he thinks. I don't think it's stupid. I think it's a cool question. I think he's thinking it's a stupid question, but he's just like, for some reason, he's just a nicer Dave. He's answering stupid questions that he thinks are stupid. But if I would have asked that, he'd been like, off. Mr. Spin.
I mean, I've never done the buds, but it sounds like it's the buds.
I smoked the buds. I used to smoke the buds.
Mentally challenged.
I think if anything, you can draw from this is that he doesn't think that all the games athletes are mentally tough. Right? Like
bags. Who wants it? Bags of weed, guys. Who wants it? Bags. Who wants it?
Fuck with me, you know I got it.
It's getting crazy back
there. Yeah, that's the weed.
The weed. That was the buds. Yeah, used to. I don't smoke that shit anymore. That shit's old right there.
Oh my goodness.
No, I think I just don't think he believes that too many of the games athletes are mentally strong enough.
Yeah,
I don't think we've seen it in the past.
I agree. I don't think Greg was impressed by their athleticism, and I don't think Dave's impressed by their mental horsepower, to be honest. I don't know if I'm impressed by their mental horsepower either. Mr. Souza.
I think it's funny because obviously I've never gone through buds, but like as somebody who's watched that documentary that Discovery Channel put out years back, unseen amount of times, I don't think thrusters is going to help you with extreme chafing in between your legs and laying in the cold surf with 3 days of no sleep. Like, how does that translate over? It doesn't. It doesn't. And especially like, I think Dave's laughing a little bit here because you find that one athlete that gets a no rep and just goes into a tailspin early in the competition and can't recover. It's like, yeah, you're not mentally equipped to go do something like buds.
Okay, I'm going to tell you two athletes who could make it through buds. Ready?
Yeah.
Froning and Yellow Hosty, Jelly Hosty.
I thought you were gonna go Mertens.
Oh, yeah, Mertens you make it too. But you get two also. Is Mertens one of yours?
Mertens would definitely have to be one of mine because he just seems like he's just okay with just the relentless grind of the grit. You know what I mean?
How about Ricky?
I would
for different
in that category, but
I think he could, but for different reasons.
Yeah,
I think like he drops a canoe on his head and he's like, yeah, whatever. I think Cara Saunders could do it. If I had to pick a girl, I'm doing Cara Saunders.
Cara Saunders for sure.
While she's 6 months pregnant. And Tia. I think Tia can do it, actually. That bitch is bad.
I go Thor's daughter for the female. I do Saunders and Thor's daughter.
Thor's daughter pulled out of the games. I guess so did Cara.
And I'm actually thinking the reason why I go right to that workout is because both of them were like fucking not even mentally there, but still finished that workout and then wanted to get right back into the competition. Like if you remember, I think you probably filmed it, Sevan, but she's there, like she can't control her body. She's kind of throwing up and she's like, guys, I'm fine. And she's like, you're like, no, you're fucked up. You almost fell down over there, right? Cara gets hauled off in a stretcher. And she goes to her coach and she's like, I'm not feeling so good. I've been throwing up this whole time. And he's like, and I know that sucks, but I need you to put that behind you and go do that. And he's like, okay, here we go. So like, that's what I would say would most likely translate over to buds more than anything else.
Yeah, if you want to go even older, like Spieler, right?
You think
like,
Spieler would make it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could see him being like, no, I can't do it. I'm too short.
No, I mean, look at Pendleton and that, like,
He did good there.
He basically was passing out on that mountain and still
Okay.
came back and
Fair enough.
finished the week.
Are you a big Spieler fan?
I liked rooting for him. I mean, I think he had a similar Colton feel to him. Right?
Yeah.
Like the underdog, he didn't, every time it was like, well, how much does Spieler weigh? He weighs 140 pounds. And how's he competing with Rich and Khalifa?
All right. Fair enough.
Spieler gave everybody hope.
Yeah. Fair enough.